give us a brief summary of the match from your perspective.
Good evening. I think it was a really good show, an entertaining game for the spectators, I'm sure. Knockout game, cup game, full of emotions, and I think both teams trying to do what they do in the best of their capacities in a difficult scenario. Not a proper football grass tonight. And difficult from the beginning. Actually, from the kickoff, we lost the ball in the kickoff, and then we spent 10 or 12 minutes in our half, clearing balls, kicking balls away, throw-ins, corner kicks, free kicks. I think we did a good job defending, but we didn't start the game really well. I think SuperSport was more comfortable than us. But then, little by little, I think the game in general was played in a very high tempo, rhythm, and I think that little by little the opponent was paying the cost, the bill of playing that in that rhythm from the beginning, and we dominate clearly the situation. Not comfortable, because you cannot be comfortable against SuperSport, but I think we start to dominate the game clearly after 25. One mistake in the second half, an easy situation to defend, and they punish as usually. It happens not long time ago in the league game, pretty much the same scenario. But after that, I think we controlled the game. We restructured a little bit the team in the last 25, and I think I'm not crazy if I say that we were the better team tonight, and we should have finished the game even before the extra time. Congratulations to SuperSport for the battle. Congratulations to my players as well. Congratulations to the whole coaching staff, because it's not easy to play the rhythm we did it today in the first game of the season. So a really good performance.
We're now open for questions from the floor. As per norm, please by show of hands, do we have any questions? I'm also going to ask SABC to not come up front again. There's people who are taking feed and you are interacting. So if you need any assistance, please let me know. But we don't do that. Okay. Let's respect everyone who's working here. Okay. Do you have any questions? At the back, please. Thank you.
Joining from News 24. Coach, what do you make of the role that fans played in pushing the team over the finish line, especially the response after the SuperSport equalized, how sort of they pushed the team? And what would it take to create this place and turn it into a fortress? Because obviously, in most of Pirate's successful seasons, it's been at the back of this place not being a nice one for visiting teams.
Absolutely, you're right. I think it's a fantastic news to play our first game at home. I don't know if it was sold out, but probably close, which is not frequent here in Orlando, funny enough. So it says something about what the fans are feeling right now for these guys, for these boys, and then the role that they played during the game was crucial. I think I didn't feel any pressure, even with the SuperSport goal. The people was patient with us tonight. That's very important with the guys, especially with the young ones, to feel that even in the difficult moments, the people is behind us, give us an extra boost. And like I used to say from the first day, it's nice to have them around and play the game together, because it's definitely an extra advantage that not every team in this league or in this tournament will have. So definitely it's a very good news for us.
Coach, Damien from Soccer Laduma in France. I don't know if you are aware of it, but this was your 25th game lost 2 and drew 4, which is I think about over 75%.
How many goals I scored?
I didn't check.
Did you check?
They didn't give
You
us.
say that I won. How many goals did I score?
What I'm getting at is you have a very impressive record, especially when it comes to cup competitions. And you not want to speak about it, but what is the secret sauce behind your captain? Why is it that you guys perform as well as you do when it comes?
I think that I did answer this question many times already. I wish I would like to know what is the secret, so we can do exactly the same things when we go to the league games and we play for 3 points. I'm sure there's many components, and it's our challenge. Like I said in the end of the last season, in our last press conference, and I will repeat myself today, it's the challenge that we have the capacity to not really think what are we playing for every game. Understand that we're playing for Orlando Pirates and the responsibility is always the same. It's true that so far we managed to have very special nights in the Cups. It's a decent record, but it's also possible because of, and I'm not trying to be modest is the word, is the truth. We are in the right space, in the right place to do this type of things. We have extraordinary players in every position, growing, getting better, and these competitions are helping us a lot to understand how competitive we can be, when we are in the right place, in the right space. And this season we have a big challenge in the domestic cups because everybody's expecting us to play the final games one more time. We have a beautiful challenge to go to the group stage in Champions League, which we couldn't the last season. It's coming. We're gonna be very soon involved, and then the league, where we want to be also competitive until the end. And to answer your question, secrets, there's no secrets, but we need to find the formula to keep our players motivated for each and every game.
Good evening, Coach.
Good evening.
From SuperSport. Coach, I think top coaches in world football, they would say to you that we learn a lot after a loss, but you've won the game. Is there certain lessons that you've learned from this victory, considering that it's your first game of the season, a couple of new players, a couple of new systems that I saw that you incorporated in this game? What have you learned from this victory here tonight?
If you look carefully, it's the Star 11 who played the final with Mabasa and with Rele on the field instead of Maho Pangino. So it's not so different. It's a continuation of what we were doing. Like I said early this season, the 20 players that we took to that final still in the group, in the team. It's not the core of the group because there's new recruitments and people who is landing really well in the team and is helping us a lot already. But at the same time there's a lot of concepts within the group that are working well because it's in the end we are in our third season together. It's 2 years and 1 month together. So I think there are things that you can recognize, like the Pirates is playing somehow. But the new players, like I said, are also quality. Something important. They are young. They are extremely motivated. They want to make an impact in the team very soon, and I'm sure they will have the opportunity. Something to learn. Like I said, I didn't like the way we start the game. We could clearly be far to be in the semi-finals early today if we are not a little bit lucky like we were in the first 10, 12 minutes. So we need to analyze what happened in that moment. And I'm never happy when we concede goals. We concede one. It's one situation that we should avoid and finish the game after 90. So there's always things to, especially now in the beginning of the season, nobody's in their best, and we are not an exception. So in football, it's a learning process that never stops, to be honest.
Coach, from Mobile Radio. When the press conference started, you mentioned that the pitch is not in a good condition. It's a pitch you know, it's a pitch you always train here, you always, well, most of the time that you are here. What do you think are the possible reasons for the pitch not being in a way that would help you play well?
Sorry, bro. I don't have an answer for that question. Honestly, we try to be ourselves, even though the scenario make the things difficult in some moments. In the build-up process, we knew it. The only thing that I can tell you is that I'm trying to put it our performance in value due to the circumstances. I'm not even here to criticize. The field is not ready because the winter was tough and it's difficult. But for sure, people will still working in the upcoming weeks. Now we have 1 week without games here. We go into Mauritius in 2 weeks, so it's gonna take time. They're gonna have time to fix it. Unfortunately, today was not in the best conditions, but it will be very, very soon.
Coach, sorry. There was a certain way that the team played, especially after scoring the third goal, where there wasn't the pressure of chasing for another goal, but still played well, even though there was pressure from the opponents. Is that how you envision it? And it happened in patches, even when you were chasing the goal, you still play and progress better with the ball without that pressure of just wanting the team to play, or is it something that you just aiming for the new season?
No, I think it's circumstantial. I mean, in that moment, the game is a little bit broken. They need a goal. We are okay, and then for the opponent, every time they lose the goal, they're gonna find Tito, KB, Karim, Saleng. Even though I took Saleng in the end, Mahopa. It's not difficult to deal with them when they have spaces and when you are tired. So I think it was circumstantial. We like to play like we like to play controlling the games, but at the same time we play with our strengths. We have speed on the field. We have players with capacity to run, to put you in troubles when they have spaces, like they did in the end of the match. But I think it's circumstantial. We're talking about an extra time where the opponent gave their all. We gave our all, but probably the people coming from the bench in our side was helping us to keep that level until the end. So, yeah.
Good evening, Coach. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Coach, these boys gave us 120 minutes of high tempo quality football, and it's the first match of the season. There are people that you guys work with, conditioning and fitness coaches, and if somebody didn't know, you wouldn't even realize that this was the first match of the season. Just what do you say about or to the fitness and conditioning coaches who work with these players that prepare them so well, also for SuperSport, to give such a high quality performance for 120 minutes?
I said before, when I congratulate everyone in the staff, it's especially for we have a high level strength and conditioning department, and we have also the opportunity to, when we were in Spain, we have plenty of time to work with the guys. We play 4 games in a rhythm that we are not used to play, to be honest, even though the opponents were also in the beginning of their pre-season, but the quality, I don't know if you manage to watch the games in TV, but you know that in TV is not the same than when you are there, or when you are here, you can feel. And I can tell you that the rhythm that we play in pre-season is not normal. So today I think is one of the consequences, good preparation to be ready in the beginning of the season, even though the beginning of the season is not the one that we expected, to start with the MTN8 Cup. But we are glad to have that extra boost for this, especially for this first game against an opponent like SuperSport, that they will always test you conditionally, like they did today in duels, in dropping, running, and I think that we finished the game with thinking in that department that you mentioned, in that part of our game, in the conditional part, I think we felt that we were superior as well.
Coach, MTN8 radio citoyen, African MTN radio. Coach, I remember asking you 2 seasons ago about the legacy you wanted to leave to the players, and you mentioned that winning trophies would be an absolute feat that you want to achieve. So you managed to defend 2 of the titles, which the MTN did then. Today you've just won an important game to attend the place against SuperSport United. But I just wanted to find out that is it the dream right now to say you want to go all the way and be one of the coaches or maybe the best coach that's been appointed to win the MTN title 3 times in a row, and how difficult it was today without Sergio and American team in South Africa and won all titles the team, and today was really like the resetting moment for the team.
Can I just interject there? And I think you've asked your question. If I heard it correctly, the coach looking forward to possibly winning the MTN8 3 times in a row. Let's keep it there, please. Thanks, Coach.
Yes, of course. Imagine if I said that no, we don't really want to. I mean, of course, it's. I think personally, the first time we managed to win something here together was the MTN8 2 years ago. We have exceptional memories about that tournament, that game, beautiful semi-finals. Last season the same. We play a fantastic game here against Sekukune, plenty of goals and good football. We have a very tough semi-final against Stellenbosch. Let's see what's coming now for this one. And last season was I think that is a final that we will always remember because of the wind first and because of the penalties later, not because of the level of football. So these tournaments always give you something special, and we're comfortable in this type of games so far. Understand when I say comfortable, it means that we're dealing with the problems that we are finding in each and every game, and now we have 2 games to play in the semi-final. We want to go there in an optimal situation and try again to be in the final. That's the objective. The legacy, personally, we're here to improve the Pirates' history, and we're trying our best in that sense.
We'll take the final 2 questions that are here. I ask that we limit ourselves to 1 question, and please keep it brief.
Coach, congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
Yeah, winning today guarantees you 2 more matches in the Champions. In fact, here in the MTN8, as you've just said, and also you've got the Champions League as well to play this month, and that's when everyone else will still be waiting to play next season. In fact, next month. How do you look at that? Is it, in terms of the momentum, more of an advantage by the time the league kicks off for you?
I'll answer that question in the end of the season, perhaps, because if you think about our first 2 seasons, last season, I'm not 100% sure, but I think we got 7 points out of 15, the first 5 games in the league. We didn't start well. It was the same in the first season, and that lack of performance, or at least results, consistency in results, not maybe in performances, but results, early in the season was a big problem in the end. We have to carry on with a big disadvantage from the beginning, and maybe now starting in cup competitions, getting the rhythm in a different way, starting a little bit later, the league can go in a different way, but not because of the format. I think it's because we need to keep increasing our level of confidence, still believing that we can compete in a long run, and I'm sure we can. And we don't. The schedule, like I said many times, the schedule is what it is. There's nothing we can do. The only thing that we can do is a good planning. Planning is key in this sport. We have games, and too little time to train, and if you plan better than the opponent, you have an advantage, and that's what we try to make sure that we manage to arrive in every game in a better situation than our opponents.
Follow-up question?
Coach Lorenzo, this times in your first season, Saleng had 26 goal contributions and rightfully got a lot of accolades. Last season you hinted that perhaps there were some things off the field, personal things that affected him. He's man of the match now, goal assist. You say that he's over what happened last season, that you didn't see him at his top level.
I wish if I compare this pre-season with the past pre-season, he's in a better space, definitely. His performances in Spain were really good, and today he showed what he's capable to do. Good surround of good players at the same time, doing a lot of things for him, but I think today he had a really good night, was a permanent threat for the opponent. He looks really happy now after the match, so I think I'm sure it's going to help him to hope for a good season one more time. We miss him a little bit in some moments the last season, so we are all happy to see this type of performances again. It's been, I think, a long time that he's not man of the match, if I'm not wrong, so it's a good thing.
On that note, we've reached the conclusion of our press conference. Thank you, Coach, for your time, and thank
Pleasure.
you for the media
Thank
for
you.
your
Good night.
participation. Thank you.